The flickering neon sign of the remote roadside motel hummed an unsettling tune, and checking in felt inherently wrong, a palpable dread clinging to my weary shoulders from the very beginning. Room 13B, of course, was exactly what I had feared. Dimly lit, smelling faintly of stale cigarettes and something metallic, making my skin crawl instantly. I tossed my bag onto the surprisingly unmade bed, noticing an odd indentation on one pillow, as if someone had just recently been sleeping there. A strange chill permeated the already cold room, despite the sputtering heater attempting a futile battle against the pervasive, creeping dampness outside.
I convinced myself it was just a cleaning oversight, a mistake by an overworked maid, trying desperately to rationalize away my growing, irrational anxiety. Unpacking quickly, I paused, hearing a soft, rhythmic scratching sound emanating distinctly from inside the small, dilapidated closet across the room. My heart hammered against my ribs, a frantic drumbeat echoing loudly in the sudden, profound silence that followed the disturbing noise, making me completely freeze. "Hello?" I called out, my voice barely a whisper, thin and shaky, feeling utterly ridiculous, yet absolutely terrified of any potential response.
The closet door slowly, ever so slightly, creaked open a fraction of an inch, revealing only impenetrable darkness within, deepening my paralyzing fear. A putrid, cloying scent, like decaying flowers and stale blood, suddenly wafted out from the small opening, assaulting my senses quite horrifically. I backed away slowly, my breath catching in my throat, every instinct screaming at me to immediately turn and desperately flee from this horrifying place. My hand fumbled blindly for the doorknob, desperately needing to escape the suffocating presence growing colder and more palpable with each agonizing second passing. As my fingers touched the cold metal, a heavy, unseen weight slammed hard against the inside of the closet door, making the entire frame shudder violently. A low, guttural growl, undeniably inhuman and filled with raw malevolence, vibrated through the very floorboards, echoing ominously in the small, confined space. I finally wrenched the door open, stumbling out into the desolate, eerily silent corridor, my heart still pounding a frantic rhythm against my aching chest. The corridor itself felt like an endless tunnel of shadowed dread, each identical door seemingly watching me with hollow, unblinking eyes, intensifying my panic. I ran, not looking back, the phantom growl chasing me down the hall, every step echoing my desperate, primal need for immediate escape from that terrible room. Bursting outside into the cold, damp night air, I gasped, frantically searching for my car, my mind reeling from the unadulterated terror I had just faced. My car, mercifully, was still there, a beacon of normalcy in this nightmare, and I fumbled with the keys, hands shaking uncontrollably, desperate for immediate safety. I sped away, leaving the sinister motel receding into the rearview mirror, its flickering sign a malevolent eye watching my panicked, desperate escape attempt. I never called the police. Who would believe such an insane story about a motel room already occupied by something so utterly inhuman and profoundly terrifying? The image of that slowly opening closet door, the putrid smell, and the guttural growl are forever seared into the deepest, darkest corners of my memory. Sleep became a luxury, every shadow a lurking threat, and the slightest sound sends shivers of primal fear down my spine, even in the presumed safety of my home. I avoid all motels now, forever haunted by the chilling realization that some doors should never be opened, and some rooms are best left profoundly undisturbed by anyone. A sudden, violent thunderstorm forced me off the interstate, stranding me in a desolate town with only a decrepit, water-stained motel offering shelter from the raging tempest. The clerk, a skeletal man with eyes like stagnant ponds, barely glanced up, pushing a tarnished brass key across the counter without a single word to me. Room 207 felt immediately cold, a pervasive, inexplicable chill, despite the humid summer air outside, raising the tiny hairs on my weary arms instantly. I noticed a single withered rose petal on the cheap carpet, a strange anachronism in such a sterile, uninviting environment, sparking my initial curiosity. Dismissing it as a cleaning oversight, I dropped my duffel bag, only to notice the faint outline of a child's handprint pressed firmly into the dusty mirror. My breath hitched, a sudden, sharp jolt of fear shooting through me. Yet I rationalized it as previous guests' residue, trying to maintain my rapidly crumbling composure. I turned on the television for background noise, only to find it already tuned to a static-filled channel, displaying a flickering, ghostly image for a moment. A quiet, barely perceptible whisper seemed to drift from the bathroom, a soft, sorrowful sound that chilled me far deeper than any sudden, loud noise ever could. I froze, my body rigid, straining to decipher the words, but they remained a fragmented, mournful murmur, utterly incomprehensible, yet deeply unsettling to my soul. The air grew heavy, an oppressive weight settling around me, making it difficult to breathe, as if something unseen was pressing in from all sides, suffocating my spirit. I grabbed my phone, intending to call the front desk, but the signal was completely dead, leaving me utterly cut off and desperately alone in that terrifying room. The doorknob rattled softly, then harder, as if someone was gently, persistently trying to enter from the deserted hallway, sending a fresh wave of terror through me. I scrambled to barricade the door with a flimsy chair, knowing full well it offered no real protection against whatever malevolent entity sought entry to my room. The bathroom door, which I had closed earlier, now stood slightly ajar, a sliver of darkness teasing me with the horrifying possibility of what might be inside. A fleeting shadow, too tall and impossibly thin, stretched across the bathroom doorway for just an instant before vanishing as quickly as it had first appeared. My mind screamed, but no sound escaped my throat, my vocal cords paralyzed by the sheer, unadulterated terror of this inexplicable, relentless, haunting experience. The withered rose petal on the carpet seemed to shimmer with a faint, otherworldly glow, pulsating softly, as if drawing power from the pervasive, growing dread around me. A child's faint giggle, cold and detached, echoed clearly from within the now fully open bathroom, making my blood run completely cold in my veins. I stumbled backward, tripping over my own feet, landing hard on the grimy floor, my eyes fixed on the horrifying, spectral presence in the doorway, unable to move. A chilling voice, ancient and sorrowful, whispered directly into my ear, "You're in my bed now," causing my entire body to seize with unbearable, absolute dread. With a primal scream finally tearing from my lungs, I somehow clawed my way to my feet and desperately lunged for the door, abandoning everything behind me immediately. I burst out into the raging storm, rain washing over my face, indistinguishable from the tears streaming down, desperate to escape the permanent resident within that room. I never looked back, the memory of that motel room and its spectral inhabitant forever etched into my mind, a chilling reminder of unspeakable, enduring horror. Now every unfamiliar hotel room, every unexplained noise, resurrects the bone-chilling dread of that night, reminding me that some places refuse to ever truly let go.